Welcome back, guys. Today we're going to be talking about China and India. Why are so many US businesses finding it so much more attractive to move their manufacturing from China to India? What is India doing that China is not able to do? And how are these US businesses being benefited by such a transfer? Let's get right into it. An interesting topic to focus on as we mention this is the fact that Narendra Modi, the PM of India, and Donald Trump, the President of the United States, seem to be quite good friends, at least according to what they tell the press and all. But if we look at this photo here, it really looks like they're having a jolly old time. These two world leaders have managed to get into talks about business and get down to the roots of what will benefit their countries. That's what every leader wants to see. They want to be able to benefit their country the most, right? So Trump wants to create more tax breaks for countries, and Modi wants more businesses to come to India because that way India makes a higher GDP. They get more revenue into the company and it stimulates their economy, enabling them to become an even better option than manufacturing units in China. So, these two world leaders are able to come together and create a different type of business environment. One of the most crucial factors about the manufacturing units moving from China to India is the wages. Obviously, here we can see that China has a much higher uh, annual minimum wage that it gives out to its citizens as compared to India, Indonesia, Malaysia, Philippines, Thailand, Vietnam. I mean, if you look at this, obviously that's less money that a company has to put forth towards its employees. Now, if we look here, the percentage difference against China is a 22% difference between India and China. Obviously, out of this entire list, India has the smallest percentage difference, but it has a higher labor workforce as compared to the rest of the companies on this list. India has a higher workforce, and when coupled with the fact that India will take over China as the leading uh, country with the highest population, that is definitely where you want your manufacturing to go. If you have lower rates and more people working, that is a win-win for the company. Now you might be saying to yourself, how does this actually translate in the real world? How are these companies that are moving out to India from China actually being benefited? Foxconn, who is an assembly company for Apple, who makes their iPhone XR in India, got a huge discount in India, which allows them to get a bigger share of the pie, a bigger market in India. If they're able to sell it at a lower price, that means they have a higher market or a larger market, and if they get more people to buy it, they over time make more money. Here it says they have a discount and they're able to sell it at rupees 38,000 pretty much. Now you might be saying to me, how am I supposed to know what rupees are and how they translate to dollars? Don't worry, I've got you covered. Here we have the iPhone XR price. If you weren't to trade it in, just buy it directly from Apple's website, it is $600 at a starting price. Compared to India's rate, right? Here we have it converted from $600 out to the rupees. We have a comparison of 38,000 rupees to 43,000 rupees. You might be saying to me, yeah, big whoop. What's the big deal? It's just a couple thousand rupees. But what's important to remember is that it's a higher market. A higher market always means, or a larger market always means that you're going to be able to sell more of this product, right? If you're able to sell more of this product, it all adds up. The American saying, every penny counts. I mean, here we actually see that being a very important point for these companies as they switch over to the Indian manufacturing units. Even those small amount of pennies, those quarters that they save by moving out to India from China, it makes a big difference because they're able to cut costs and create a higher profit, even though it's a discount, but they make more money in the long run, which is most important. Another example we have is BMW. BMW produces many motorcycles for across the globe, and not recently, well, a couple of years ago, they set up a manufacturing unit in India that helped them to cut costs so much more than it would have taken to set up that same manufacturing unit for a motorcycle in Germany or China. And this became a huge factor in their choice to manufacture in India as opposed to other countries. India is able to offer better deals for companies that are moving to India or having factory units there. These companies that are able to move to India, they get better tax breaks, they get better export discounts maybe for their taxes and all. That way they end up paying less. These companies really need such deals to be able to move their businesses from China to India. Here's just one example of how BMW is able to incorporate that into their business model. So let's look at all of their motorcycles available, right? So a while back, BMW decided to manufacture one of their motorcycles completely in India. So as we see here, 17 grand, 15 grand, 20 grand and above. And if we look right here, we have a 4 grand 845. If you look anywhere on this site, you'll see that that is the cheapest bike. Even if you go all the way down here and you get one of these urban mobility, I'm doing the air quotes, you can't see it, but the urban mobility, which is really just what they call a scooter um, in other countries than the US. These are vehicles that are even less attractive to people than a roadster motorcycle. If we look here, look at the price points here. Obviously, these bikes are a little bit better in performance, but if you look at the manufacturing costs here, I've looked up the sources. I'll link it down below. But the cost here to manufacture such a motorcycle in India is so much less than it would have taken to manufacture that same motorcycle back in Germany or China. This is a huge discount that BMW Motorrad was able to strike out with the Indian government. As we bring this video to a close, I really want to appreciate all of my viewers, my subscribers, for helping this channel to become something bigger than just me, to be able to help other people learn about things that they don't normally think about. Um, I will be working on an intro, but for the meantime, please smash that subscribe button, smash that like button, leave a comment down below what you want to see in future videos, and I will definitely get back to you. Thanks, bye-bye.